And on this outfield, there's no stopping it. Six bowlers utilized today by India. Mohammad Shami bowled the maximum number of overs so far, 1 for 33. Siraj was exceptional in his opening burst, 2 for 15 of 5. Hardik, none for 20. It'll be Chahal who'll replace Akshay Patel from the median.
Look, I think we were discussing about Chahal's action, isn't it, off air. He seems to put in a lot more in his action.
As a bowler, you're working on small things, things which work for you, things which aren't working for you. And someone like Chahal, given that he plays white ball cricket, what he's been trying to do is be a lot more purposeful in his approach to the crease, which you can see there's an increase in his pace in that run up, and also when he gets through that crease, Sangha and Deep, he's trying to bowl a lot of side spin rather than float it up or try and float it up each and every delivery. Yes, the odd one, he still gets back to his original leg break with a lot of side spin leg break which he's trying to bowl, and also be slightly back of a length, especially in T20 cricket.
That's really well bowled. I think ODI cricket for Yuzi, especially with such a big total as a cushion, it's a great place to rediscover his big leg break. That's such a crucial part of your armory in deceiving batters on docile pitches. A big turn in leggy, you can drag batters across, go wider at them. Especially, we've seen even Surya Kumar Yadav in the World Cup trying to clear that extra cover, then extra turn, really getting more an outside edge rather than the middle of the bat. So turn is always so vital. And that's the over. Another good one from Chahal. Sri Lanka 151 for 4.
A good over from Chahal, went for a few the previous time he bowled, so a 3-run over is always good when you're coming back. The asking run rate when the game started, or when the Sri Lankan innings started, was 7.5 and around that, and now it's gone up past the 10-run mark. Just 6 wickets in the bag for Sri Lanka. 132 deliveries left, and Sri Lanka still needing 223 runs. And Hardik Pandya to continue. Sangha, you spoke about Chahal in the previous over. These are the wickets. The first one, Mohammad Siraj, Avishka Fernando. Was the batter dismissed, and then a brilliant delivery. Just the way he set him up in that over. And this was a bizarre one. And finally, the wicket of Dhananjaya De Silva. I always believe that there are certain qualities in a spinner which work for you and you don't go past them. You stick by them and work around the others. So maybe for someone like Chahal too, it's what is expected of him sometimes from a team management point of view, isn't it? As a bowler, you might want to do a few things, but your management feels this is how we want you to go about it. So in the last 4 or 5 games, this is the change that I've noticed. Quicker run-up, quicker through the delivery crease, and slightly flatter. He's not bowling the big leggy, as you said. And every time he does that, he gets a lot of drift. He gets that swerve into the right-hander and then leaves the right-hander. The odd time when he's done that, he's got purchase and those leg breaks have spun sharply.
Yeah, and the management needs to strike.
How much do our partners earn? Thousands and thousands.
Especially on docile pitches like you find in ODI cricket, in T20 cricket now. That turn is going to be crucial to allow your variation to be more effective. And as you know, spin bowling, everyone, when T20 came about, everyone said that was sounding the death knell for spinners. But it was not to be. Spinners, left-arm spinners, finger spinners, leg spinners especially, have become more and more sought after and valuable in this format of the game, as long as they still remain spinners.
Yeah, absolutely. Everyone thought that spinners were going to be cannon fodder, and it's been spinners who actually for 4. He talks about what he hears from batters who bowl to him. So sometimes as a bowler also you're acceding to what the others want.
One really good thing about Yuzi is that he's really smart about in the way he goes about things. He's really well prepared, and he's got a great competitive spirit. He stays in the game all the time.
7 coming off the 29th. It's 158 for 4.
India were 213 for 2 at the same stage, full 55 runs ahead of where Sri Lanka are. This Chahal, flatter. Just to put into focus the enormity of what lies ahead of Sri Lanka. They get 10 and over, and they're behind the asking rate. Still got a slip in place. He realizes another wicket here amongst the all-rounders and the bowlers. By breaking that partnership when they did, they ensured that a new batsman comes in. He's got to hang around for a while. He's got to get used to the conditions. For Shanaka, 7 of 14, just when the partnership was flowering between Nisanka and Dhananjaya.
साथ चल तू
इसका मैजिक ही और
because there's no point just hanging in there and letting the target go out of reach.
Nice user.
You want 10, 11 and over, you've got to get those over last 8 or 9 overs, it's one thing. Get those over 20 overs, not easy. Especially when you've lost 4 wickets. Well bowled again. Just 1 run from that over. Sri Lanka can ill afford it. 159 for 4. Manindu Hasaranga walks into a favourable matchup for India. Got him out twice, as Umran Malik twice in 2 T20 games. Average of 25, you're batting at 26, if you're batting at number 7, pretty good.
The bowling change again for India works. Every time Rohit Sharma's made that change,
His work, Shami before Umran now. Excellent bowling, cross seam that. Probably landed on the shiny portion and come at him a lot quicker than he expected. He was very late on that, Nisanka.
It's an airy swish. Another fine over. 2 runs and a wicket. 161 for 5. That's what happens when you have 6 bowlers available. He's always got a couple that are fresh. Mohammad Siraj just bowled that one spell. Outstanding opening spell, 2 for 15. Now Chahal into his second spell. 7 overs for 32 so far. And what does Shanaka do here? Because Shanaka is the one who's got the ability to take the game away. It's too far away. They keep knocking it around. The game will take its own course.
And if he keeps on losing partners at the other end, who is he left to play with? So somewhere down the line, Chanaka is to make up his mind. We all know what he's capable of. If he middles the ball, it goes into the stands. So somewhere down the line, he's got to take that calculated risk.
I think Hasranga might well play that role. There's one way he bats, and that is goes after the bowling.
Nice user, nice user.
Certainly that's how he plays in T20. We'll see if he adopts a different approach. Incredible for the balance of the side if you've got your lead spinner capable of batting at number 7, averaging 26. And playing shots like that. We've seen him play these shots before. He's a gifted stroke player.
And he's playing someone who belongs to the same community of leg spinners. So when that happens, you don't want to allow
And this was a little bit quicker. A touch flatter as well. That's an excellent shot. It tells you these are, in spite of there not being any dew, these are terrific batting conditions.
Right, so we now have a man out at deep mid-wicket. And another at deep square, and that means deep point. Deep cover has come inside the circle. So support on the offsides only at long off. And that's the area he's looking at, the inside out shot.